Coach Starr, that situation, Noel, he comes up and hits. What was the talk before going into that?
In terms of?
Like, I guess situation-wise, did you guys talk about it beforehand, or was it just something you saw and
Yeah, I just like as a team, we know our pieces that we have, and we thought that she was the best matchup at the moment. We got to run her on. She's a power hitter, clearly, and it's only a matter of time that she's going to come around offensively for us this year. She's had to play a little bit of a different role than last year, but that was probably one of my most proud moments as a coach, just watching a human lock in and be able to perform in that moment and do what her team needed her to do. That was like a life-changing moment for me.
What did you see out of the bottom of your lineup today? I mean, not only Noel's pinch home run, Tabit's hit, Amira, because the top of your lineup's carried you the last few games.
Yeah.
What did you see out of the bottom of your lineup today?
I just think the team is a really good team, and I know they know that they need each other. And so if one part's not succeeding, then the other part has been succeeding, and that's been our strength. I mean, the obvious stars, Sis and Morgan, and Sammy has come into her own there, but it's just really cool when you can see the middle pick up for the top and the bottom pick up for the top. It's why this team has a chance to be really good. What happened today?
Coach, you've used the phrase a lot of not being so fragile as to have trouble.
Yeah.
When you have, even before this game, where there's the talk of a rain out or a delay or a postponement, and to be able to come back and lock in and play like that, what does that say about the maturity of your team?
Yeah, the team knew how the day progressed and what we were waiting to do, and we actually thought we might not play the game tonight, and so I'm sure that fired us up quite a bit. And then have the opportunity when we knew the game was back on, the team took care of business.
Mm-hmm. Gabby, made it look pretty easy tonight. Was it as easy as it looked?
No, definitely not. They're obviously a big hitting team. We have to be very careful around them. We had a few close calls. Sis took up some incredible plays, but yeah, no, they definitely warranted a lot of caution.
Gabby, this is your second year and your second trip to Oklahoma City. How does that feel?
Absolutely incredible. I'm so excited to be going. I'm so excited to be there with all of the girls, all of the coaches, all of our family. It's going to be an amazing experience.
I just want to add one thing. Let's make sure we get this in here. First of all, I could just appreciate the University of Washington for supporting us in this endeavor. I mean, there's just so many people that support us and have gotten us to this point. I mean, from our administration to our field crew to, everybody every day is behind us, and this is why we're able to succeed. And then secondly, I just want to commend the University of Kentucky. Classy program, competitive. We knew when we had the draw with them, it was going to be a battle. I think just they're a very competitive program, and just honored to take the field with them. They have a group of amazing seniors that I'm sure are sad, but their careers will extend. A couple of them are going into the pro league, so we'll be excited to follow them.
Are you surprised you could shut that team out two nights in a row, as good as their offense is?
I think just in general, I'm not surprised. I'm happy. I'm proud of our abilities to stay tough when maybe the leadoff got on or there's runners that got on. I think it just speaks to our mental toughness and just really sticking to what we do. So for us to be able to do that against a team like that has put up runs against every single team they've played. I mean, even us, they put up a couple runs earlier in the season, and we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but just more so proud of how we were able to do what we did against an offense like that.
What was the explanation you got on Flores from the umpires on Flores hit in the first inning?
I didn't get an explanation. I was just hoping that, I don't know, nothing was I was just hoping for the right thing to happen. I mean, whether she scored or not, we would have had to have earned the run anyways, and as it stood, obviously we got a hit with 2 outs and it would have happened, but just proud we scored first and found a way to do it.
I'm sure it's been a goal to get back to College World Series all year long. But you guys ever talk about getting to this point?
Yeah, I mean, our mission is to win the last game in Oklahoma City. That's our mission. But like why we exist isn't because of that. Like we exist to try to find a way to be the best versions of ourselves and to be the best team that we can become and create relationships amongst each other that are life lasting and, you know, try to figure out how to be as tough as we can when we need to be tough. And typically that has brought us to the World Series. It's not easy. I think these guys make it look really, really easy. I mean, saying we had 9 newcomers this year coming in and, you know, 3, 4, 5 people that have never played every single day for us in those lineups to be able to contribute in the way that they've had, it's an amazing story, and we still have more to write.
Your initial thoughts on Arizona, having beaten them 3 times already?
Another game.
Noel, Coach Starr mentioned that you had a different role compared to last season. Can you give us, I guess, a little insight on that? Because like that was like a dream scenario. I think any one of us that played ball kind of pictured ourselves in that situation in the backyard. You know, can you just enlighten us a little bit on that?
I mean, I know every year has a different challenge, and for me, it's just been different. So knowing that it would be different, I guess I knew I would have to adapt, and I think I wasn't thinking about hitting a home run. I mean, I was just thinking about going up there and doing what we do every day, what we practice to do, what we spend hours with the coaches support us doing to try and get us to be the best we could be. That it just, you know, with that kind of support, just happened, I guess.
What went through your mind when you saw it go over the fence?
To be honest, I wasn't watching it. I kind of just keep running until I hear.
Were you pretty sure it was going to be a homer off the bat, or?
Yeah, it felt pretty good off the bat, but
It takes her a while to get around. She's got to get started.
I know, you gotta get going. But yeah, I think just having my teammates, coaches, everyone trusting in me, and I could hear the alumni up in the stands cheering, and I was like, what cheer is that? That sounds like an old school cheer, and that's like something that we pride ourselves on, is respecting tradition, and the fact that alumni come out is really cool.
Gabby, Noel, is there a point as those innings tick down that you start to count outs, or is it really almost like in the moment when it happens?
I don't think we ever really try and count outs because you never know what can happen. It's always about staying where your feet are, where one pitch at a time, one out at a time. You don't really notice where, like I personally don't really notice where we are until someone says, oh, we're in the 5th inning. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So we don't ever really try to take into account this is the last 3 outs, this is the last 6 outs. We just try and make sure that we stay present, because with a team like Kentucky, they can definitely come out from behind and pull one over us.
How long do you celebrate this, and when do you start thinking ahead?
It was really hard, I think, just from last night to today to not think ahead. You know, there's just so much that you want to have happen for your team and these guys. So you spend so much energy on trying to refocus on being present, and then you're so present that I can't even really think about what's next. So we'll go back into the locker room and the field and know our plan and talk to our administration about how we're going to get out there. And, you know, we are lucky we don't have school on Monday, and we'll try to get out there on Tuesday. But other than that, we only know that because we got to do that last year.
Tomorrow an off day, though?
We'll see. I'm just kidding. Most likely, but it's hard to keep them off. They like to work, but we might give them an off day.
Coach, do you feel like you're playing your best softball at this point in this time of the year? I mean, especially with the way the pitching's been going and everything.
I just hope that we don't stop getting better. I think that this group has an endless capacity to learn from the game and learn from all of the things that we go through, and having a season like we've had is awesome because it builds on itself for the years to come. But we want to see how good we can get and see how far we can go and if we can accomplish our mission.
Hey Gabby, when you're out there pitching, what's it kind of like watching Sis Bates do what she did out there at shortstop tonight? How awesome was that to see it, and what were you thinking when you saw her make some of those plays?
Yeah, Sis is almost superhuman. She can get things that don't even seem possible all the time. Like, it's never really a fluke. She's always there. Even though she's so little, but she seems like she's 6 foot tall, just as tall as me. So it almost sometimes hits like fangirl status. I think I cried out when she made a play, "You're so good," because I was just amazed at what she could pull off, and it's always incredible to see.